So when we met in September, I had a little PowerPoint on PL 566 funding, flood control funding through the NRCS. What the NRCS did was ask me to ask around for other projects in the area. These are the two that I've received. This one is from the Midway Fish Hatchery. Basically what Jason, the hatchery director, would like to do is remove the old building and the old raceways. They have new infrastructure down there. He'd like to improve his parking and improve that old historic channel for live entry through there, remove invasive weeds, make better parking, turn around, that sort of stuff. He doesn't have the funding to do it. This funding under NRCS could cover a portion of that. So I want to bring that in front of the council and see if that was something you guys would be interested in approving.
Okay. Does this have a resolution or an ordinance number? Or do we have anything, or we just approve or deny the request by Mr. Reed? Is that how we would?
This is new to me.
Make a motion to include it in the EA.
In the EA, okay, the previous EA, okay.
I did have a question. That EA, is that for a certain amount of money?
So it'll be specific to how many things are covered under what I've already been funded for. Like I said in the last presentation, I've been given $455,000 for those revisions. So anything that can come in now that would be funded
Would come out of that $450,000?
Right. If it doesn't fit, then we'll do another request subsequently.
Okay, would we have any say in the priority of what's funded? Because I think some of these other projects is more important than tearing down the old fish hatchery.
Sure, and that's why NRCS has requested through me to ask for that wish list. So if you'd like to compile that NRCS funding, that Plan EA is going to move forward into this month, beginning of January. So yeah, if you guys want to give me those projects, give them to me, and the NRCS will prioritize those with us.
Yeah,
They
you
will
talked,
prioritize, not us.
Right.
you talked about the other four that were on this page.
No, we got the flood channel, that's part of this, is it not?
The Lake Creek Flood Channel, yes.
Yeah, the Lake Creek flood channel.
The Daniels irrigation pipe.
That have already been approved, okay.
Right.
Yeah.
But there's going to be more money
They're
available.
competing for this. There's more money?
So those two are approved, but there's more. That $455,000 will cover the NEPA and the EA revisions for those, plus the 30% plan design. But there's enough money there for more projects, which is why we need to identify what those priorities are.
So is it $455,000 just for the EA?
Just for the EA and the plan revisions on those two, and any others that come in that will fit within that cap.
But not for any of the actual work?
Not for the implementation. So we need to get the plans done, make sure the EA is done.
That comes from a second funding.
Right, so the implementation phase will come second, but there isn't, NRCS is saying that's really job specific on that, on how much it is. So my two proposals, for instance, were for $3 million each. Those could go from $3 to $10 million each, depending on what happens. And because NRCS is funding, especially the flood control money, they'll pay 100% on that. So if it's more, then it's more, and they're willing to cover that, so.
Did we include the Center Creek Channel with the Lake Creek Channel?
No.
Include both?
No, and I did ask Central Utah to include that, and I've been waiting for Derek to give me his master list of wish list projects, and haven't seen that yet. So I would like to add Center Creek as well.
Yes.
So.
Okay. Anything else from the council? Any other questions, comments? If not, entertain a
Well, you
motion.
have,
We'll just-
these are all five of these are new projects, are they not?
Yeah, both of these will be under that same EA revision. Both
So
of
you,
item one
the
and two.
fish hatchery, the Wasatch Canal lining,
Right, so the canal lining is a continuation of to go to item number 2 here, is a continuation of what Central Utah Water Conservancy District is currently doing. They did quite a few miles last year, spent about, well, this year actually, and lined about $4 million worth of canal. That was on the Timpanogos. They haven't done, or the Wasatch, whichever one they got done, the other one still needs to be done. So they're looking into doing that, and part of that is to add additional water storage. And a secondary project they've added to this is this breach prevention, which I've got in here. That is actually to go underneath those canals as they're lined, and that can be done retroactively or during lining construction. So if it's done retroactively, it's about $50,000 per installation for those inlets. Let that water go underneath. If it's done during construction, I don't know what the cost is on that, so they're looking at 21 strategic locations between the dam and kind of the final holding pond down near Center Creek. I didn't bring that on a map, but they have 8 that are priorities. That are real breach locations, still some dirt areas that aren't connected, that'll need some pipe, those types of things. So anyway, this EA revision could cover this type of thing and assist in this funding down the line. Central Utah has the money to work through 2019. The PL 566 money wouldn't come online until 2020. So
This number 5 is agricultural water management pond improvements. Is that on 12 South or where that's being proposed?
that's at the far end. They're looking at doing that closer to Daniel.
24 South.
Yeah.
Oh, 2400 South.
It's expanding, it has 2 ponds, they're gonna expand the one and change how that works.
But on existing property, correct? It's already fenced.
Right.
We're not taking any additional property.
No.
Why wouldn't Central Utah do their own EA on that?
So they've already got their NEPA done and their FONSI, so they're just looking to move forward with the funding that they currently have, and they asked me if we could bolster it later on. They didn't realize that NRCS funding would cover these additional things.
Okay. Anything else for Mr. Reed? Entertain a motion on item number 1. Do we want to do 2 different motions here? We have 2. Are they the same EA?
Yes.
So they are. So we could do
Kind of been talking about
item 1 and 2 under the same EA,
Yeah.
under one approval or denial.
Yeah, and if you guys have wish list items we come back and present on, I would like to do the same for those.
Mr. Chairman, I'll make the motion, we approve the additions that's been proposed by the NRCS for the EA to be done on them. And to include the old fish hatchery, the Timpanogos and Wasatch Canal lining, the canal breach prevention area, the lining of the Timpanogos Canal, and the agricultural water management pond improvements.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Farrell, second by Mr. Crittenden. Any further discussion on the motion? Now proceed to vote. Mr. Farrell?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Motion carries. Thank you, Mr. Reed.